7, 8, 9. My forehead springs a leak. 1, 2, 3. Like a 2-year-old that wants candy for dinner, my muscles complain bitterly with each and every repetition. 5, 6, 7. Another set. And then another. The chatter in my mind feels deafening. That's enough. Why you gotta be so extra? It hurts. Ew. Why are you so sweaty? Just wait until tomorrow. You are so gonna feel it. 8, 9, 10. But why? Why? Have you ever found yourself in the middle of doing something and wonder, how did I get here? You commit to doing something, then realize it's way harder than you thought. I recently found myself in this very position. One Saturday morning, I was looking up one of my favorite things to do, obstacle races. 2019 was my first time running through Tough Mudder, and what a ride it was. The climbing, the dragging yourself through the muddy trenches, trying to avoid shock therapy, the walls to haul yourself over, the claustrophobic areas that make you want to scream. The pool of ice water, you dive in head first. Did I mention mud? But what an experience. 4 hours of having a tiny taste of living out in the wild, teamwork, and pushing yourself to your limits. I felt so alive, just amazing. Naturally, the 2020 season was canceled. I could not contain my excitement when I saw that they were taking registration for September 2021. I spent the rest of the day trying to recruit my friends and families to join me. A few were a little curious, many flat out no's, but I did manage to get my teenage kids and their 2 friends to join Team Hurricane. Well, maybe the name needs a little bit of work, but I'm so getting matching t-shirts. No matter how much I tried, I couldn't get my husband to join in. It was a hard no. He's happy to come support, carry the drinks, snap the pictures, and laugh when I eat mud, but he values life. Thank you very much. I've been consistent about training since the pandemic because just before that, I had an accident and herniated a disc in my back. I was out for a solid 6 weeks, unable to move on my own accord. There's nothing that makes you realize the gifts you take for granted more than when those gifts are replaced with pain and limits. Tough Mudder is stretched over a ski hill conservation area and consists of 23 obstacles within a span of 13 kilometers. Since my injury, running has been a bit of a challenge, but in searching for an alternative cardio training, I came across the 100 burpee a day for 100 days challenge. Of course, I just said, heck yeah, I'm in. I didn't go moderately into it, maybe 10 burpees today, maybe 20 the next day. No, I went all in. And I've always despised burpees. The thing is, I'm trying to look at how awesome I'm gonna feel at conquering something I hate and the bragging rights I'm gonna have with myself when I'm done. See, a part of me has agreed to do this without consulting the other parts of me. The other parts of me are busy in the back room, gossiping and drinking coffee, oblivious to what I've signed us up for. They don't get pulled into the plan until it's already enacted and they're feeling the immediate effects of lactic acid and screaming muscles, not to mention exhaustion. As an artist, no, scratch that. As a mom, nope, scratch that too. As a woman who values her sanity and craves a challenge, physical activities have always called to me. I can't help it if I get bored easily. I mean, let's be real, who doesn't like to be excited about something? Let me tell you how it went. Day 1, wow, I can actually do this. Naturally, since I feel so good, I'm not gonna just do straight burpees. That's too easy. With my newfound superpower, I decide to throw in add-ons like box jumps and extra push-ups and running on the spot. I can do this. I feel amazing. 4 a.m. the next day. Oh my God. Why do I have to move? Every muscle is aching and screaming, cursing my name and whimpering at each demand that I make of it. I haven't missed a day, and by the 5th day, my muscles are bathed in lactic acid. I start to recover from my day 1 feels, but now I find my lungs are protesting and clogging up. I'm out of breath and hacking, and my puffers are always nearby, but I'm gonna keep going because I know they're gonna adapt and catch up too. We naturally find our excitement so intoxicating in the beginning. It's hard to ignore, and it fuels us into action. We find energy and resources we had no idea that we had. This feature is followed by the moment the haze of excitement winds down and the reality of the task before you suddenly hits you. You realize this is a lot more work than you thought it would be. It takes more time, more energy, and convincing to keep going. I want to leave you with a few things I learned that might help you when you're faced with your own commitments that feel a little too much. Remember these 3 things. 1, do the hard things first. Just get it out of the way. One of my favorite quotes come from Brian Tracy, and that is, eat the frog. Do the most challenging part as soon as possible. I knew that if I didn't get my burpees in before 4 p.m., I wasn't gonna do them because the rest of the day was gonna take over me. I would be too tired, I'd be reaching decision fatigue, and I just didn't have the energy. I just didn't want to do them. It took a lot more effort and convincing to get myself to do them. So do the hardest things first. 2, just show up. Even if you don't feel like it, just commit to the first minute or 2. That's usually enough to just get the ball rolling, and you'll likely continue because you're already in motion. You're already there. So number 2, just show up. Number 1, do the hard things first. Number 3, the pain, mental or physical, always feels way worse. Always way worse right before things start to get a lot better. It's the point where we most want to quit. If you hold on just a little more and remember why did you take this on in the first place? What is the future you want to look forward to? It will help you to keep showing up. So as a recap, number 1, do the hard things first, get it out of the way. Number 2, just keep showing up. And number 3, that point that feels like it's so hard and you want to quit, remind yourself why you came here in the first place. Oh, and one more thing. Well, more like a question. Does anyone want to join the hurricanes, colliding chaos, the sriracha chickens? Anyone? Who wants to get muddy?
Seriously, who wants to join? Have you ever done an obstacle race? They are so fun. And I can't wait till I get to do it again. And I'm really hoping it's not going to be canceled again in 2022. It was canceled in 2021 too. Anyways, if you want to be part of that, or we can do it virtually or anything like that, just drop a comment, email me, anything. I'd love to connect with you and share workout routines. It's such a challenge. I hope this was helpful to you. And what are you currently working on that feels really hard? Was there a tip that really stuck out for you? I hope it's helpful. Like and subscribe for more, and you can check out my other videos by just clicking on them. Thanks so much. Stay creative.